Welcome back to Prison Architects, everybody. Welcome back to Morningwood. Man, after all the Deep Rock Galactic last week, it's kind of nice to get into Prison Architects again, but we're seriously low on the bank funds, okay? Now, at some point, I need to actually, sit and let the game tick over. But today, I thought we'd do a similar situation to the Page situation. Now, here's Benny Page. I don't know if you noticed. He's got some new digs, okay? He's no longer in the group accommodation. He's, in fact, got his own house. I did put in there manually, I'll be honest. But, I don't know. I figured after connecting with Benny so much, he deserved his own little accommodation to live in. So he's now in, where is it? This building? Just here? No. It's this one, just here. This is Benny's digs now. I figured today, though, we could go and meet somebody new. What about Benny's neighbour? We got Simon Pearce here. Now, old Pearcey got a bit of a creepy moustache, hasn't he? I've got a comment on that. It's kind of one of those like slightly greasy, penciled-in moustaches, if you know what I mean. It's nice to see them using the alleyways between the houses, actually. Like, especially, I left these gaps for a reason, so that people could kind of navigate around a lot quicker. It's just nice to see that they actually do that, rather than sticking to the paths, I guess. But yeah, old Simon Pearce. Now, we're just going to ignore this biography here. Obviously, this is just what we tell the public, because we don't want them knowing the secrets behind Morningwood, of course. Look at Bolton. We might need to get to know Tom Bolton there. He looks like he's got an interesting story. But yeah, Simon Pearce. Now, I reckon Simon Pearce, okay, he grew up in a family full of criminals, okay? His dad's a criminal. His dad's dad was a criminal. There's just crims as far as the eye can see, okay? Oh dear, it looks like we don't have enough food to feed all the prisoners. That's a bit of a problem. Old Pearcey's not going to get himself some food. But yeah, so like he grew up, with his dad constantly kind of saying to him, you know what, Pearce? You need to be a mighty fine criminal, like me and your Pappy and everyone before them, Like maybe his dad's a famous bank robber, in the criminal underworld. His granddad was like a famous train robber, perhaps. Or maybe like a gold thief in the war or something like that, one of those kinds of people. But anyway, Pearcey, he was always told he had to be a criminal. Perhaps like his dad's got a criminal gang, maybe they all wear gorilla masks, okay, to do their robberies, just because that's what they want to do. Pearcey, he goes with them. He's their getaway driver because until he's I mean, you can see he's not really of the build to kind of do the heavy lifting behind a prison job, behind a bank job, sorry, I should say. So, Pearcey's the getaway driver. But, all he wants to be, he just wants to be a professional yo-yo star, okay? He just wants to yo-yo all day, all night. That's all he wants to do, okay? Is yo-yo as long as the day is bright, Oh, look, Pearcey's got himself some bacon. Good to see, Pearcey, good to see. But yeah, as it is, he'd be stuck doing his getaway driving thing, But like maybe one day, he was on the job with his old Pappy, and he saw some kids, and they were doing some yo-yo while he was waiting. His dad and the gang had left the car, okay, and he was supposed to be waiting out back for them to come and with all the money out so they could get away quickly. But he saw some kids kind of doing some yo-yo tricks in one of the alleyways, and he thought, you know what? I'm gonna show them how to do like round the world, that kind of thing. Maybe the old walk the dog. I think that's a classic yo-yo trick. I'm trying to remember anything from yo-yoing. Honestly, I wasn't really that into it when I was a kid, but I do enjoy the good yo-yo. It's got to be said. But yeah, while he was doing that, of course, the bank job went a little bit wrong. Maybe his dad got shot in the leg, something like that, or maybe like one of the gang members got shot or whatever. And of course, Pearcey wasn't in the car. They came piling out, and look at this, Pearcey's learning some basic computing skills. Good to see, Pearce. Good to see. Yeah, like maybe he wasn't ready, and maybe the police busted his dad and the gang members and stuff, and Pearce he was caught with his pants down, literally, because like one of the yo-yo tricks he was doing. Pearce, don't leave class early, Jesus. Yeah, one of the oh, he's going for visitation. Okay, one of the tricks he was doing, like knocked off his belt buckle, and his trousers fell down. That was one of the reasons why he couldn't get back to the car quick enough, because he was doing that doing that stupid little waddle that you do when your trousers down, and you shuffle your feet along. But yeah, because of that, old Pappy and maybe Grandpappy as well. I don't know. Grandpappy's probably dead by this point. Let's be honest. Oh, it's Pearce's ex-wife. Oh, Pearce, man. I'm sorry to hear that. It seems to be the only person in Pearce's life. So I guess like his Pappy, his Grandpappy, all of those people, they disowned him as soon as this happened, and they put a hit out on him. In fact, that's how serious it is. They didn't just disown him; they wanted him dead. Okay. And Pearce, old innocent Pearce just wants to do his yo-yo tricks. Didn't know what to do. And of course, one of our enlightened Morningwood visitors, residents, I should say, found him. Hiding in an alleyway, doing one of those pendulum tricks with a yo-yo where you swing it between like a triangle you make with your fingers, like a cat's cradle. And they were like, Pearce, I know the place for you. Okay. If you come to Morningwood, you can yo-yo all day, all night. They've got armed guards to protect you. Okay, nobody's going to be able to put a hit out on you. Oh, good job, Pearce. Look at that. He did his visitation, went straight back to class. Okay, I mean everyone is sitting on the computer. It's got to be said, but that was my fault. I should probably turn them around. I may do that at some point. I'm not going to do that right now though. But Pearce, he weighed up his decision. He weighed up his options. He was like, I could stay on the run, fear for my life. The police, they didn't want to help him because obviously they knew although he was he was under duress and he was probably going to die if they left him alone. He'd committed all of these robberies and caused them all these problems in the past. So they were just like, you know what, Pearce, you're on your own, dude. We're not wasting any more money, dealing with you. So he was like, you know what, I can stay out here, probably get killed. Or I can go and see what this Morningwood place is like. And of course he came to Morningwood. And since being here, he's obviously never looked back. I mean, he's been here for 9.5 years now, okay? He's obviously pretty happy. His concentration is terrible, but his understanding's pretty excellent, which is good. And he is... I mean, he looks like he likes taking drugs and drinking, which is fair enough. I mean, he obviously... Once he got in here... Oh, look... Benjamin Page. Looks like he's taking the same class as old Benny Page. Oh, maybe look at that. Excellent concentration, excellent understanding. I reckon Page is gonna ace his class. But yeah, Pearcey, I reckon, he was chatting to his neighbour Ben, and Ben was like, Pearce, come and learn some computer skills. You can't just enjoy the life of drinking and taking drugs all day and all night. It's not the way to be, Pearce. You need to, you gotta have some hobbies and interests. You've got to keep a level life, If you want to do these drugs and these drink and things like that, you need to be able to balance it, okay, with everything else. Everyday normal life, the things that you do, to make money, to live, to survive. It looks like Pearce has arranged some kind of pickup. Somebody's probably phoned something over the fence for him. Maybe it's like seeing as he's so into his computer class, maybe it's like a new copy, an illegal pirated copy of Visual Studio, something like that. You know what, Pearce? I don't mind if you want to have an illegal copied version of a Visual Studio in Prison Architect. Okay, just don't go doing that shit in real life, all right? Because real people depend on you paying for your software to literally feed their kids. I mean, honestly, I'm one of them. So I understand their woes and their worries. But yeah, Pearce is he's doing well in Morningwood. As we've seen, he's a bit of a computer nerd. Not to be not so surprising, I'll be honest, with a moustache like that. He just, I don't know. Do you have a moustache like that? I'll ask. If you do, can you tell me your reasons for choosing that particular choice of moustache, and not a slightly better moustache? Is it the only moustache that you could grow, or is it literally a aesthetic choice? Oh, Pearce, you've got to get to the canteen quicker, my man. We've got a bit of a food sort of shortage situation going on at the moment. I might need to deal with that. But yeah, Pearce is, he's a bit of a computer nerd. I reckon he probably doesn't go to the barber all that much, given how much hair he's got there. It's nice to see that even after being in here for 9.5 years, he's getting visitation from his ex-wife. I think there might be chances for Pearce and his ex-wife. I'll be honest with you. If she is still coming to visit him 9.5 years after he's come to live at Morningwood, then you know what, I think there may just be hopes yet. Once he hits that 11-year mark, I've got a feeling that Pearce is gonna probably ask his ex-wife to take him back, He's going to be like, I'm a changed man. There's no crime in my life. I don't want any crime in my life either. All I want to do is yo-yo now. I'm pretty famous on YouTube for my yo-yo tricks, you know. Oh look, he is going to the barber's. Do you think he heard what I said about his moustache? Do you think he's going to get rid of his moustache? I hope he hasn't gone to. Okay, he hasn't. That's fine. All right, he does look like he's picked up a hammer from the barber's. Hopefully, he's just going home to do a little bit of DIY. You know, one of the things he's hoping to show his wife, you know, how much he's changed, because he can, you know, he can do all of these things himself now. He can cook and clean and look after himself and like fix stuff. But yeah, Pearce, he just wants to be a yo-yo artist now. That is all he's interested in. Like I said, he's got a pretty big YouTube channel. You know, all the kids like tuning in to watch him do his tricks. And yeah, he's changed his life. His father, of course, has been locked up now, same as his Pappy. They tried to do another bank job. Unfortunately, they timed it at the same time as a security conference for all the different security companies in the area. You know, they like holding those at the bank so that they can have them on location to talk about, you know, the different tech and stuff. So yeah, that was a big mistake for them. They are all now locked away for life in Pog Slammer, actually. Like, they're not getting out either. They're max security. They're wedged down there in the corner, you know, with those sons of bitches. So Pearce, he feels more confident about leaving Morningwood. The only thing keeping him here, he's got his friends, he's got his new hobbies, and a free-flowing supply of drink and drugs. But yeah, that is the life of Simon Pearce in Morningwood. I hope you enjoyed his little story. Like, I don't know if these are the best format of video. Like, I know I got some good comments last time, and like people seem to enjoy it. I like getting to know the Morningwood residents a little bit more. You know, we've got old Benny Page here, and we've got Pearce over here, Pearce, Simon Pearce over here. You know, happy neighbours, friends. You know what? Let's make them even better neighbours. Let's give them a window into each other's houses. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Now they can look across the way, see each other, give each other a little wave. You know, Pearce can see Paige as he's waking up in the morning. Hopefully not while he's having a little wank. And same goes for Pearce. You know, if he's sat in front of the TV watching some naughty movies, hopefully Paige isn't gonna spy on him. You know, we'll get some curtains in there for them. But yeah, next time we come back, I will let the game run for a bit. Okay, I'm probably gonna let this amount to like 150k, so quite a lot. We will do these buildings up here because that's what I want to do, and we will expand out into this territory. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you know, leave a comment, all the rest of that stuff. Come and join us in Discord. Come and join the chat. And I will see you in the next video.